I realize that as I get older, some of my takes and opinions and perspectives are going to feel more and more boomer-like or more and more old manish, right? And that's okay. It is a function of reality. And for those of you that aren't there, you will be someday. Uh, but sometimes the older school mindset, the older school perspective is the appropriate one to have. Not always, not always, but sometimes it is. And I feel like one of those moments at times is now when dealing with WWE. Like, is nothing fucking sacred to this company anymore? Nothing? Like, first, I'm sitting there watching WrestleMania, and you can talk about the show and all the things that happen and everything else. But at the end of the day, you're watching a ring that is just splattered with logo vomit all over the fucking place. Like, one logo in the middle, I can deal with. I understand. Logos on like the apron or the ring post, I get that. But you got logo here, 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 all around the ring mat. It looks like dog shit. And for a company that is making so much money, do you need to make just that little bit fucking more? This TKO WWE greed push is incredible. So I don't like that. And then when you see the prices of tickets for WrestleMania in Vegas, you're going to hear all about this company's record revenue and gate receipts and and sure, that works in the short term. But you got to be careful you don't get to a place where you price out your most loyal and hardest core of fans. They might not be able to afford thousands of bucks for a WrestleMania. They might not. And eventually, if they feel like everything associated with WWE is too expensive, they'll just stop showing up and investing money in the product at all. Not a good thing. Like, again, is nothing sacred here? I'm all about making a profit as a business. Capitalism, yay! But with all the positives of capitalism, there are fucking negatives, and one of them is that greed runs fucking amok. And at what point in time is enough fucking enough? 1 or 2 logos in the ring, fine. 8 to 10 of them, that's ridiculous. Fucking cut that out. Charging thousands of dollars for WrestleMania, no. Even for like the nosebleeds, no. Come on, man. We got to be better than this. But it goes way beyond that. It especially feels like in recent weeks and months, there is this concerted effort from the WWE to fully, truly, and completely throw back the curtain on everything. Like, we talk about WrestleMania, and the big thing, obviously, was going to be, is John Cena going to win the 17th world title? Well, Breakfast Club business. If you ever had any doubt who was winning that match, I don't know what to tell you. There was only one possible viable option. Believe that. But, you know, you're sitting there talking about this big money match, and as soon as it happens and you get to the finish and The Rock doesn't show up, a lot of people are annoyed, upset, disappointed, whatever emotion you want to put there, and they're right to do so, because he should have fucking been there. The Rock should have been there. He was too pivotal and critical a point of the story of the Cena character turn to sit there and then fucking say, we don't need to show up. And as bad as that was, it's even worse when Dwayne goes on the McAfee show a couple days later and is just spilling all the beans. Can't wait to talk about how fake and scripted this fucking bullshit is. I realize kayfabe in some sense is fucking dead, but can we keep up at least some of the goddamn illusion here? Like Dwayne's third generation, he fucking knows better than this. Well, it's just like the movies in Hollywood. In some ways, yes, but not in every fucking way. It doesn't have to be like a Hollywood movie in every fucking way or a TV show in every fucking way. I realize throughout our society, we've gotten to this place where it's not good to be unique anymore for whatever fucking reason. Everything's got to be sanitized, watered down, fucking the same, and it all sucks. But you got Dwayne sitting there talking about, oh, I think the time for the final boss character is gone. And we sat there and did the turn at Elimination Chamber. I came up with the Cody selling the soul thing because you needed to sell tickets and da-da-da. And now you're just pulling back the curtains on how it was all a sham. All this argument you would be hearing about, oh, it's a long-term play. It wasn't a fucking long-term play. So nobody knows what to fucking think anymore. To me, this is a perfect example of kind of like a woman, right? A woman wants what she wants until she gets it and then she doesn't want it anymore. And for any ladies watching, you know deep down that's fucking true too. So don't get mad at me. You know it's true. And you can put in the comments just how fucking true it is. Guys know what I'm talking about here. So many of us for years, decades, have wanted to know all the behind the scenes and all the extra stuff and all the backstage things. Until we find out about them and we're like, oh, we didn't really want to know all that. Maybe it's better off that we don't know that, and it's better that we speculate and put some bullshit out there and pretend like we know even though we really don't. And maybe it's better that we kind of live in that type of matrixy type of world. Because I don't know that I want to live in a place as a wrestling fan where you've got Dwayne 2 days after Mania is talking about, well, the only reason Cena turned heel was because we needed to sell tickets for Chamber. That's the only reason I fucking showed up. I wasn't going to fucking show up to WrestleMania. The whole final boss thing is done as far as I'm concerned. I think we should turn Cody heel, but we'll do it at some point in time, probably in the future. You know, all this other fucking shit, like, why have you been appearing all this time? That's just, is nothing fucking sacred? Do we need to know every goddamn little detail, every goddamn thing? Put the camera behind the scenes so I can see John Cena and Randy Orton politic as they try to figure out the winner of their match at Backlash. The world needs to fucking see that. But that's different. That's Breakfast Club business. That's a whole different level, brother. But then the WWE's announcing that they're going to bring the cameras into the writer's room. And, you know, as much as we could complain about Vince and bitch about Vince and criticize Vince, and rightfully so on so many different levels, there was always a piece there with Vince. Even he, as much as he fucking disregarded everything and said, hey, it's fucking fake, it's sports entertainment, there were even boundaries with Vince where you could still sense just a little bit of old school in terms of, I'm not going to let you fully into the writer's room. When we start talking about finishes and stuff, we might show you to a point, but when it comes to the biggest thing, cameras got to go. Remember he did that many years ago? There was an ESPN documentary following him around. Went into the creative meeting for a bit, but then when it got time to really get into the nitty gritty, he told the cameras, you got to go. So Vince had boundaries, and here it's like fucking all shit, everything goes. And we don't need to see that. Don't want to see that, frankly. Even if the fans are acting like they do. Just because you might do these behind the scenes extras and shit with movies and TV shows doesn't mean you need to do it with our professional wrestling. Again, it feels like WWE, Hunter, etc. can't wait to brag about how fucking fake and scripted all this shit is. And when you really think about it, a lot of people that grow up watching wrestling, they go through different phases, right? As a really small kid, vast majority believe it's real. They believe everything. Total disbelief, suspension of disbelief, fully engrossed. The heels are the heels, the heroes are the heroes. There is no in between mostly, right? Then eventually at some point in time, if you're a kid, you're a wrestling fan, you find out that it's not exactly what you thought it was. It was scripted, it's predetermined, it's fake, whatever fucking phrase you want to put on there. And then a lot of those young fans kind of age out of it, but some others say, I don't give a fuck. And it kind of evolves with them as they grow and they change, and then their interests become a little different. Like, then you get to this place of, I want to know some of the behind the scenes shit, but there's limits there. I don't want to know every single fucking thing. I don't think a lot of people want to know every single fucking thing. because especially as adults, it becomes incredibly more and more difficult to suspend your disbelief. And wrestling is best when you can have just a little bit of suspension of disbelief, right? You don't have to get too fucking crazy here, but just a little bit of immersion can be really helpful for the viewing experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, wrestling is no faker than fucking your reality shows and everything else that the people that don't watch wrestling try to say, I can't believe grown men still watch wrestling. I can't believe you fucking believe all these dating shows are real. I can't believe you'd sit there and invest years of your life watching the Kardashian whores. Let's not fucking go there, folks. But now you're talking about going into the writer's room. Now, Triple H had a good point in one of his recent interviews where he's talking about all these old school cats are talking about protecting the business, but then they're giving away everything about the fucking business in their podcast and shoot interviews. A fucking men, Paul. A fucking men. But is nothing sacred here? Do we really need to go see what the writers do? Do we really need to see how the sausage is made? Do we need to constantly have it pounded into our fucking heads with a steel chair that this shit is scripted, fake, predetermined, written, whatever the hell you want to call it? No! It's like they can't help themselves. It's like WWE, again, is back in a place just like they were for so many years with Vince, where they're not proud of the business that they're in. How stupid is that? To not be proud of the business that generates so much damn money and allows you to profit and live very well. That's ridiculous. When is enough enough? For the love of God, can something be sacred again when it comes to wrestling? Can we just protect kayfabe just a teensy-weensy, insy-bitsy fucking bit? Can we try to get people to suspend disbelief just a tad? Can we have some secrets and leave it to suspicions and assumptions that can be wrong? Can we have that dynamic again? Can we protect that, please? It's nothing fucking sacred!